Over the last 10 weeks, I've been participating in the CIMA/LSAMP research program. I've been conducting molecular dynamics simulations, and it was a very interesting experience. I worked in Dr. Chen's biophysics lab at UTSA. Here's my workstation that I was allowed to work at. I liked how it was in the corner because I was able to focus and really get into my work. Here's the rest of the lab. I was going to be running simulations on proteins, so it was probably in my best interest to learn some of the more basic chemistry and biology associated with proteins that I forgot from high school. To start building a simulation, you build it through visual molecular dynamics or other similar things. The first thing you need is a PDB. A PDB is a protein databank file. PDBs contain all of the coordinates to every atom in the protein. If there's any parts of the protein that you do not want to simulate, you can extract what you want. Missing from a PDB file is the hydrogen atoms that are in the protein. You need to obtain them using a PSF generator or a script. Once that is done, you need to simulate how the protein is in the body by solvating it and salinating it. As you just saw, the water box was solvation, and these dots right here are the salination. Once that occurs, you can run your simulation. During this period, the computer will try to simulate what atoms do in real life. It's going to derive their energy functions, which it can then use to print out their trajectories. The energy functions are separated into two groups, the non-bonded and the bonded. Once it obtains them, it's going to run Newton's laws of motion and print out the trajectories, which you can visualize if you need. It's very fun to see. After your simulation is complete, you can use a coding language to collect data. I used Python. Part of this whole process was picking which kind of analysis to do and what kind of comparisons to make. As you can see, this graph is more comparative and can tell you more opposed to other graphs. What I enjoyed about CIMA was that we weren't just expected to be a grunt in the lab. We were actually expected to use our brains to analyze and to critically think. And that was probably my favorite part of the whole program. The past 10 weeks have been so helpful for me, not only seeing a lab for the first time, but being introduced to computer code and running simulations and how a physics lab sort of works. I really appreciate this program.